as a way to transport wine. This is Scott Jordan. You're watching live here at Cellars of Sonoma. We're back live. I just poured a 2009 Sonoma Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. The fruit for this wine comes directly below the Monterosso Vineyard. Monterosso Vineyard is a very famous vineyard that straddles the Sonoma and Napa appellation. And this vineyard is just below that. I've been to this vineyard and it is spectacular. This is 2009 Cabernet Sauvignon. This will have probably 6 or 8 more months of aging before it's released. As a futures wine, it's going to release at $5.40 a case. We had it at $3.60. So we'll let you buy that if you want. You got to do it today, but that was a great bargain on that wine. We have a visitor coming in our tasting room. Hello there. How are you? Hello. Good to see you. So this is very young Cabernet Sauvignon, but you can get an idea of how that wine is starting to age. Again, it's probably got about 6 or 8 more months of aging, and then it's pretty much done. Now, coming back from the break, we asked a question: which of the following wines would be classic pairing for lamb or beef? Cabernet Sauvignon or Bordeaux blend? Pinot Noir, red Burgundy? Maybe. Chardonnay, white Burgundy? The answer is very clear. It's going to be a Cabernet Sauvignon or Bordeaux blend, as always. It's really what you prefer, but the reality is, probably with lamb or beef, you're going to think in the Cab Bordeaux blends. You might think about Merlot, Cabernet Franc. I'm a big Cab Franc fan. I also like Malbec, and that would work very well. And really, if you had a big enough Pinot Noir with the lamb, I'm okay with that. So don't discard the Cabernet. The Pinot Noir, because it can actually hold up pretty well. So classic is Cab and Bordeaux blend, but Pinot could hang in there. So don't walk too far from that. So this is 2009 Cabernet Sauvignon from Bono Wines, and again, release point on that's probably out of another 6 or 8 months, and we'll let you know once that's ready to be brought into the room. But I think this is right on track. Let's talk about things that are coming up. We have been very fortunate to book Dustin Saylor. Dustin Saylor is going to play here now on Thursdays. He plays from 7:30 till about 10:30. But if you tip him a little more, you'll probably play a little longer. Fantastic musician. Nice young guy, beautiful voice. He really can play well. And so we're going to have him on Thursday nights. And of course, on Fridays, you guys for the last year and a half have been enjoying John Pita. And John Pita plays on Fridays from 7:30 until 10:30. He'll stay longer for tips too. And occasionally, we get Gary Violin. You can see in the picture Gary Violin in there. He steps in. He'll come in late, maybe around 9:30, but we never know until later in the week. So watch for announcements about Gary Violin coming into play with John Pita. And then on Saturday, we've got Robert Herrera. Robert Herrera, great following. He also writes his own music, and another great musician here at Cellars of Sonoma. You got to love it. These guys just pack the house. The cool thing is you can come in, buy a glass of wine, a bottle of wine, sit at the bar. You can order your dinner, and places like Jack and Tony's down the street, heck, they'll even deliver it. So you got to love that. And so if you want a slice of pizza, you can order that from Jackson's next door. Have the meal right here and enjoy the music, enjoy the wine. this is the place to be. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, live music from 7:30 till 10:30. So, all right, back to wine. This is Cabernet Sauvignon wine futures that we had this weekend. That's from Bono. And then the last one, this is Malbec. Malbec's a big favorite in the room here. We really love Malbec. And again, just a shiner. It's just a bottle. There's nothing to show you on the label because it's not there. This was the youngest tasting of all the wines. It's just a fruit bomb in the nose. Gotta love that. This is going to retail at $4.32 a case, and the futures price on that is $302.40. So if you're still interested in futures, you can take advantage of that. But a great little wine. So you know right away in a wine like this, Alexander Valley fruit, very soft in the tannins. It's young. You can tell it's young. It's probably again another 6 to 8 months of aging. It'll get 2 more rackings. Now, what do we mean by rackings? Well, in red wines in particular, what they'll do is every 3 or 4 months they'll pump the juice out of the barrel. They'll clean the barrels out, and then they'll pump that juice back in. And what you're doing there is you're reintroducing the wine to the oak. But ultimately, you're softening the tannins, what you feel here in a wine, and naturally filtering the wine. So this wine's going to see a couple more rackings, a little more introduction to the oak, and therefore a great deal of structure is going to enter into this wine. Probably want to keep that in the bottle once it's bottled. I would say another 6 months or so. We don't like to wait around here, so we kind of drink stuff a little early. But yeah, you definitely want to let that one age a bit. But another great wine. We're currently pouring the 2008 of his Malbec, and it's fantastic. I got a little sneak preview of a 07 Merlot that was fantastic from his vineyard that we'll talk about in the next coming months. That's going to be a great bottle of wine. So let me ask one more question, and then I'll talk a little bit more about our events and tell you what's coming up. If you'd like a smooth, rich wine with low tannins with your dinner, your best option would be Cab, Nebbiolo, Petit Syrah, or Merlot. So which would you like for a smooth, rich wine with low tannins?